Falcon Nation. Welcome back to the DBM Report. I'm Johnnyvtv. Now, last week we touched on Matt Ryan and his fantasy perspective for the 2020 season. Of course, we start with QB1. Let's go down the order for Atlanta. Next up would be TG, brand new running back for your Dirty Birds, Todd Gurley. On a one-year deal from LA, they're paying half his salary just to not be there. That's their problem, not ours. Let's look at what Todd Gurley is going to bring to the table in 2020. Everybody's worried about the knee. Fair point. Ever since the Super Bowl in 2018 against the Patriots, he hasn't been the same. His production hasn't been the same. He just doesn't look like the same running back. 2017 and almost all of 2018 was ridiculous. He's always getting in the end zone. He's always putting up numbers. I mean, if you look at 2018, 2019, it goes 13 touchdowns, 17 touchdowns. Even last year at a 3.8 average yards per carry was 12 touchdowns. That's not even including the receiving. The production from a fantasy perspective does not matter in terms of efficiency. You just want the bottom line results, garbage time or not. He's still a great receiver. He's still a very good running back. And there was a lot of times last year where you saw some explosion like the old Todd Gurley. Now, it was a low-risk, high-reward pick for Atlanta. I loved it. And he's going to be playing with the best quarterback he's ever played with, Matt Ryan, former MVP, hopefully much improved offensive line, and a great skill group. Dirk Cutter is going to see that, or should see that, since he's on a one-year deal, you should ride him hard and not try to spare him like you would for a 3 or 4 year running back contract. I think Todd Gurley realistically can be an 18 to 20 touch guy, close to the workhorse role that he was in LA for all those years. And I think we can see good production this year. Despite playing 15 games last year, he had the 12 touchdowns. Like I said, the 3.8 yards per carry is not good, but every year his numbers have gone down in terms of production, in terms of attempts, all of that. He hasn't played a full season since 2016, but I think this year what we can expect is roughly 215 carries, close to 1,000 yards, maybe more towards 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, 45 catches for 450 yards, and another 3 or 4 touchdowns. It's not unrealistic to see Gurley as a 15-point-a-week guy. Now, here's what you need to know. He's currently being drafted as a 15th or 16th RB off the board in way too early projections by ESPN and Yahoo. And in a standard 12-team league, that's going to lead to a mid to late third-round pick. Last year in his 15 games, he had roughly 204 points, depending on your scorings and settings, which averages out to be 13.5 a game. Now, a lot of those were inflated for touchdown. But repeat after me, volume is king in fantasy. It doesn't matter about efficiency. It does not matter. It all matters is the bottom line result. So you're going to have to spend money to make money, but I think it's really going to be worth it. Todd Gurley's a savage. You know what he can do when fully healthy, and I think this year he's out to prove a lot of people wrong that he's still got a lot left in the tank. Let's remind you of one thing. He's only 25 years old. He's still a kid. It's not like he's a 30-year-old washed-out RB. He's not David Johnson. But I think that it's important to know what you're getting yourself into. You have to draft him as a high RB2. I wouldn't bank on him as your RB1 because there's going to be those weeks where he just flounders. The good thing is, though, he should be the guy that's getting all the goal line carries, which he could sneak a cheap touchdown in. I think from a week-to-week perspective, we can see 15 carries for about 85, 90 yards, a touchdown, maybe 5 catches, 40 yards, and sneak another touchdown. It's not unrealistic. Todd Gurley is going to have a big year, and I think that you should really think hard about drafting him with your mid to late third round pick. There's not many running backs out there, especially after this 2020 draft class, that has the full backfield to their own. That number went down a lot. Melvin Gordon doesn't have it anymore. Kerryon Johnson doesn't have it anymore. And Devin Singletary doesn't have it anymore. A lot of guys, so on and so forth. So I'd really think hard that if you want Todd Gurley as one of your running backs. Expect probably 15 points a week or so if Gurley is fully healthy, and hopefully plays a full season. Thanks for watching the DBN Report. I'm Johnnyvtv.